That's Nash Vegas, baby.
Nice, that's it. So we're here with Tracii Guns of LA Guns, obviously, with his new Tracii Guns Nash Vegas. What you just heard, killer by the way. Thanks for coming down to Tampa at the factory today.
Yeah.
And
Good
got
times.
in
Best
last
times.
night, and we kind of cut up a little bit, you know, till well, it wasn't too bad though. It wasn't too bad.
No. We actually had some self-control last night.
Yeah, that was true. That was true. I think we cut it before the sun came up, so that was cool. But anyhow, this is what, your third time to the factory, second, third? Something
My
like that?
second time to the factory.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the first time you guys came in, and I guess you and I have been working together now. Well, it's been actually longer, I think, than it's probably been almost. We've been talking for probably almost a year, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, quite a while.
Yeah. No,
You know
we've
what I
been-
mean? In terms of, you know, kind of getting the relationship going.
Yeah, trying to
and-
figure out what we wanted to
Exactly.
do and how we wanted to do it, and you know, and figuring out how we were going to present a new guitar
Right.
that was still within the realms of Dean, and you know, me being more of a kind of traditional rock and roll player, and you know, trying to create like a brand new classic guitar
Right.
is what me and I know that was your opinion too, and you know, the way that we threw the ideas back and forth and it came to life.
Yeah,
so
that was cool.
So when it finally came to life, it
Right.
was like wildfire.
Well, it happened fast because I think you and I threw a lot of stuff against the wall. You know, phone, email, that kind of thing. And I think, you know, the first guitar I sent you was a Z.
That's right.
You know, we were talking about the Z shape, and which was cool. But you know,
Well, because I play the Dr. Z amps, and I
Exactly.
wanted to have the
Exactly.
double Z thing going
Exactly.
on.
And so that was really intriguing, and obviously, you know, as an LA Guns fan, and a lot of guys in the shop are LA Guns fans, it was very exciting for us to, you know, bring you on board, not only because of your rich heritage in rock and roll and all the things that you've done in your career, but also, again, to create this new guitar that, you know, is like you said, it's classic, but it's like, it's a Dean,
Right.
you know, it's a Dean guitar, you know what I
It
mean?
is.
It's a classic kind of vibe, but it's about as Dean and rock and roll as you can get,
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
which is cool. And once it came together fast, man, because, you know, the show we
Yeah.
had in Anaheim, which you guys did, you know, at
Yeah.
the Grove.
Yeah.
At
I
NAMM,
think
which
that
was
surprised some people.
Oh man, you know, well, it was funny because you and I were talking earlier, and I mean, our email was flooded with inquiries about this guitar from
Yeah.
one show.
Yeah, from one show.
You only played it live one time,
Wow.
and it was pretty outstanding, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, I have some experience from when I was, you know, a much younger adult with coming up with a classic kind of
Sure.
idea versus, you know, the new shape. You
Right.
know, because the new shape is always great and original, and you know, but you guys have your shapes.
Right, sure.
You know, what I mean, the ML
Rich
is
heritage
just,
and shape.
just
Yeah.
one of the most identifiable guitars. The Cadillac is another one,
Awesome
which is,
guitar, yeah.
you know. And for me, you know, I want to make a guitar that a lot of people are going to buy,
Right.
that they're going to identify me with because of a certain thing. And I believe that the thing that people are going to identify me with was your idea, was the pinstriping on the guitar.
Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, you and I were talking, and I could tell. I mean, you have your '57 Chevy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you know, we're all kind of car guys and hot rod guys around here. And one of the things that, you know, I thought with your image and the sound of the band, and you know,
Yeah.
just your style. You
Sound
know,
like a V8.
Exactly, it's exactly right. I mean, this is a hot rod guitar. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
With the satin black and the chrome pickguard, and actually this guitar, you can see it. It's got the Floyd on it,
Yep.
which is pretty original.
A real Floyd.
That's right, original Floyd. And one of the things that we were joking around with, you know, in the shop is that I couldn't find a pickguard
Right.
for this shaped guitar with a Floyd.
Floyd. Well, especially
So-
with the single coil.
Exactly. So, you know, we actually handmade the pickguard. The stripes are actually done by hand, which you got to see
By hand,
firsthand
which
today.
we have on film for everybody to
That's
see.
right. Yeah,
D doing his best
Yep,
work.
D.
man.
Von Henschel, who's totally old school. So
What a
you
cool
know-
dude,
Oh, he's
man.
awesome, man. I mean, you know, I made a joke. I said, man, you know, how many pinstripes have you done? He said, well, I picked up my first brush in '51.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right?
holy cow, man, '51. So
51.
He's the real deal.
That's a good
and
year, 51.
This is true.
By the way, for many reasons.
Fair enough. And then the interesting thing is, I think what we decided, matter of fact, just today, was that when we go into production with these, which the first two were done today, the first
Yeah.
two production ones, we're actually going to be, you know, each one's going to have their own little
Yeah.
kind of
Same
individual
design,
vibe, you know.
but since it's done by hand, and he was conscious to make it a little different. So, I mean, every U.S. Nash Vegas is going to have its own unique personality. Every signature is a little bit different that I sign
Yep.
for the headstocks. And then also, I want to talk about the pickups too, because
Great.
and why this guitar is so important for me personally, and why
Sure.
I think other people are going to like it. Don't be fooled by the single coil pickups. I mean, I'm a metal guitar player. I mean, that's,
Right,
you know, at the
right.
end of the day, that's what I do. No matter how much rockabilly and blues influence, it
Sure.
doesn't matter, I'm a metal guy. The way that these pickups sound is not a typical
No, it's not.
You know, single coil sound. They're dirty. They don't squeal.
That's true.
You know, you can have your gnarliest distortion pedal on, and you'll just get really nice feedback. You know,
You were playing with a good amount of gain.
Yeah.
When you were just playing.
And,
so,
and it's virtually quiet.
It's incredible.
You know, so that's a huge plus. You know, for guys that want an all-around guitar,
Sure.
is that, you know, because you can get your, that's cool. You know, you can get that tone.
Real classy.
You know, what I mean,
Yep.
that's all there. And we wired it in a 50 style, so when it's all the way forward, you know,
Yep.
sounds more like a bass.
Yep.
You know, and then you kick into the lead pickup, and you got your guitar. So I just really want to make people understand that the pickup is a big part of this guitar.
Totally.
The way it's wired is a big part of the guitar.
Yep.
And, you know, so you can play all your country licks, you
Yep.
can play
That's
all
true.
your blues, but you got your metal and
Very
your
versatile.
sustain
Yep.
and your Floyd. And 22 frets,
That's right.
which is a huge thing for a guitar like this.
That's right.
You know,
That
21
is good
frets went out in the 50s, guys.
So speaking of LA Guns, tell me what's going on with the band.
Okay, LA Guns is reissuing a record that we recorded in actually 1999 with Jizzy Pearl. That
Awesome.
was the
Awesome
first time.
singer, by the way.
Yeah, he's
Killer.
he's the man.
We'll get the delight of seeing him tonight at the.
Yeah, that's right, we're
party,
playing
which is gonna
tonight
be
at the party.
Awesome, man! I can't wait.
So what we're doing is we hadn't planned on reissuing it, but Steve Vai loved the record and found out that it was never distributed. It never had a distributor. It was on Paris Records originally, and who's a kind of, you know, there used to be like magazines where you could order CDs.
Right, sure, of course,
stuff
yeah, I
like
remember
And we did the record that way originally, and now Jizzy's back in the band, and he's been in the band for about a year now, and Steve Vai picked up this record, and it's coming out on May 25th with 5 live tracks.
Oh, wow.
Which are not your typical live tracks. They're not just the songs being played. It's like a 70s style live recording where there's a lot of jamming and interaction with
Gotcha.
the band. And it's really a bitchin' thing. So, you know, you get this kind of old record
Yep.
with the new live tracks, which are badass. Neil Citron mixed the live tracks.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I mean, it's like, it sounds like the song remains the same, dude. It's great. And, you know, we're just continuing on, you know, with what we do. You know what I mean? We're not trying to reinvent the band. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Nothing. You know, we just go out there and we loosely do, you know, 15 to 20 songs a night, and it changes and it evolves, and sometimes it regresses, digresses, de-evolutionizes itself. But, you know, that's my style. You know, my style of playing is it changes nightly. You know, sometimes I'm feeling real bluesy, sometimes I'm feeling real major, sometimes real Randy Rhoads-ish, you know. And that's my personality,
Gotcha.
you know, and I don't wish it on anybody. But
It seemed to work out.
it works for me. You know, it works for me, and I'm really happy to have a guitar that is my guitar.
This is true.
It's a long road to do that.
Sure.
You know, and a lot of guys have been able to really identify what they dig about a guitar at a younger age, but I think it really took the work between me and you to really make it, because, you know, you told me some things on the phone that I appreciate that you said to me.
Sure. Well, I won't pull any punches with you. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll always be honest with it, you know.
And that's how great things are done.
Big world, yeah.